Manga-Waido.
I'm Fumika. I got married about 2 years ago. Last month, I found out I was pregnant. But then, something happened. We had some money saved up in our mutual account for the baby. But when I went to the bank, it was all gone. It was my husband, Toru. He used it all on his mistress. He bought all kinds of stuff for her. Designer bags, expensive dinners, luxury hotels, and so on. The money was all gone. And when I confronted him...
That was my money. I worked for it. I can spend it however I want. You got no say in this.
He said to me. I stopped working after I got married. But that's only because he asked me to quit my job and do things around the house for him. I couldn't believe him. That's when I realized that I couldn't be with him anymore. But when I told him I wanted a divorce, he just said,
Yeah, right. You love me. You'll never be able to leave me.
He didn't even take it seriously. Was he for real? After I found out I was pregnant, the baby was my #1 priority. He wasn't even on the list anymore. I mean, what kind of husband cheats on his wife when she's pregnant? So I started looking for a lawyer. But when my husband found out about this...
You serious? Screw you!
He started getting violent with me. I gotta get out of here. I gotta protect the baby. I packed up my things and ran. My parents' house was about 2 hours away, so I asked my neighbor if I could stay with them for a bit. The husband, Mitsuo, was Toru's colleague. I was good friends with his wife, Chika. She was so nice to me. She was actually younger than me, but she was so mature. She was always helping me out. When I told her about what happened, she froze up. Come on in. You got nothing to worry about. Toru came chasing after me, but Mitsuo took care of him. He took him out for some drinks to cool his head. I called my parents and asked them to come pick me up first thing in the morning. The next morning, Toru's older sister Mayu came to pick me up. She was always looking out for me. She treated me like a real sister.
Oh, the idiot! How can he do this to you? When I see him, I'm gonna him up!
She was pissed. So she loaded my stuff in the car and drove me to my parents' house. When I arrived at my parents' house, I started crying. I was just so relieved, It was so tense for the past few days. Mayu hugged me before she left.
That asshole. I'm gonna get him for this.
She whispered into my ear. After that, I got a lawyer and started preparing my case. But Toru didn't care.
She loves me. She'll never be able to go through with this. Trust me.
Why was he so confident? I had no idea, but Chika told me that Mitsuo thought the same thing. They both thought I was bluffing. He agreed that it was all Toru's fault, but...
Still, she really loves him, so...
He thought I would end up forgiving him. In a way, they were right. I used to love him very much. I was the one who asked him out. When he proposed to me, I cried like a baby. But this time, there was no going back. I mean, he cheated on me, spent all our savings, and got violent with me. I was done with him. I thought I made this pretty clear, but they just didn't get it, I guess.
Fumika will be back. No worries.
Seriously? Chika said to him,
It's not that simple, okay? What if I cheated on you? Will you be able to forgive me just like that?
To which he said,
You'll never cheat on me.
Okay. Chika said,
They just don't get it.
Whatever, forget them. A few days later, the divorce was almost finalized. Then, I gave birth to a beautiful baby girl.
So cute!
Everyone was really happy for me, and they all helped me out. I was so grateful for them. But Toru, he didn't even show up. He didn't even call me.
I'm gonna ignore her until she apologizes to me. That's what she gets for talking back to me.
Chika sent me a video of him talking to her husband about me.
My husband sent me this. Everything okay on your side?
No. Toru was so cocky.
How are you gonna live without me, huh? Just drop it, okay?
I couldn't believe him. After the divorce was finalized, his parents paid me back for the money he took from our mutual account. Fumika, I'm so sorry about this.
He'll pay you for damages and child support. You have my word.
His parents were really nice to me. They were always so good to me. It wasn't their fault, but they kept apologizing to me over and over again. After they got Toru's signature for me, I handed in the divorce papers. It's done. I texted Toru.
Haha, that's a good one. The ladies are gonna be all over me now.
He was unbelievable. Whatever. I decided to ignore him.
Why are you ignoring me? You serious about this? You actually handed it in? Hey, answer me!
The next day, Chika called me. Toru came over to their house last night crying.
Mitsuo! You said she was gonna forgive me! What the hell?
He was crying like a baby.
I wasn't expecting this.
Mitsuo seemed pretty surprised too. Then,
He might try and text you again, but just ignore him, okay?
Chika said to me, "What does that mean?" Whatever, it was over. But a few minutes later, I got another text from him. What the?
Baby, I can make this right. You messed up bad, but I'm ready to forgive you. Come back to me, babe.
I felt like throwing up, but he kept sending me messages. I ignored him, but he started threatening me. So I talked to a lawyer and blocked him. After that, things started to settle down a bit. But a few weeks later, I got a text from Chika.
Something terrible has happened.
Toru. After the divorce, he tried to get back with his mistress. But once she realized that he was broke, she left him. Then, Toru started stalking her. A few days later, he got arrested. He lost his job after that. Mitsuo and Chika cut all ties with him as well.
Oh, and I'm getting a divorce too.
What? I wasn't expecting that. Then, a few months later,
Hey, my friend's company. They're looking for new employees. I think you'd be a great fit. Interested?
my friend hooked me up with a job, so I started working again. I saved up some money and got my own place a few months later, and I still kept in touch with Chika. We're still really good friends. This one time, Toru showed up at his parents' house hoping to find me, but
You got some balls showing up here!
his sister tore him a new one. He ran off. Nobody saw him after that.
She told him to never come back.
Mayu's older brother came by the house one day.
She was pissed. You should have seen her.
Anyways, a few months later, Mayu told me she was pregnant. Now my daughter is gonna have a cousin. Can't wait.
I'm Masashi Nakamoto. I own a little cafe. It's been my dream since I was in college. I opened the place 2 years ago. Wasn't easy at first, but things were starting to take off. I even had some part-time employees now. The cafe was doing pretty well. I like to think that it was all me, but it wasn't. It was all thanks to my friend. The business is finally taken off. All thanks to you, Yuko.
No, stop it. I didn't do much. It was all you.
Nah, without your help, I wouldn't be here today.
Well, if you say so. Anyways, it's always good to have some competition.
Yuko had a cafe of her own the next town over. She was a rival and a friend. Today she was at my cafe, enjoying a nice cup of coffee. I really enjoyed talking to her. Met her back in high school. Hey, how did you make this? Teach me!
Okay. It's not much, though.
We both like to cook, but she was much better than me, so I asked her to teach me. Then one day,
I want to have my own cafe someday. My own place. It's gonna be awesome.
I see.
You gonna be a chef?
Well, I'm gonna open a cafe next to yours and put you out of business.
What?
We went to different schools for college, but we kept in touch. Then a few years after college, she called me.
I did it! I got my own cafe! The land next to me is open, by the way. When are you gonna open your cafe?
What? I'm not gonna open my store right next to you. That was a joke. But I'm actually planning to open a cafe in the next town over. Just wait for me. You'll see.
Oh, okay. Well, hurry up.
So yeah, a few months after that, I opened my cafe. But at that point, her cafe was really famous. They even wrote an article about her place. She was above my level right from the beginning. Guess the joke's on me.
Hey, did you hear about that guy? The one that complains about everything?
Huh? No.
I think he's with the Yakuza or something. He makes all these ridiculous demands and stuff.
What? Why would a Yakuza come to a cafe?
No idea. It's just a rumor. I'm just worried. Some people lost their store because of him from what I hear, so...
That's terrible. Guess we better be careful. Didn't think much of it at the time. It was probably just a rumor. A few months later, I got a call from Yuko. I thought she wanted to meet up, but when I picked up the phone... What? A Yakuza came to your store and took your money? When? Apparently some guy came to her store and threatened her. Where's the owner? Come out, right now! This customer started yelling, so Yuko went out to talk to him.
I'm the owner here. What's wrong, sir?
Look at this. I almost ate plastic wrap.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Let me get you a new one. It's on the house.
She checked the plate. There was a small piece of plastic wrap on there.
That's not good enough. I'm Yakuza, you know.
What?
I almost ate trash because of you. You can't just give me free food and tell me to forget about it. You better make this right.
I'm sorry.
Yuko just kept apologizing to him.
Look! I don't want your apology. Read between the lines. Pay up! This place is pretty famous, right? Bring me $2,000 and we'll call it even.
What? I can't do that.
When she refused, the guy slammed the table, breaking the plate in half. Yuko was terrified. She had no choice but to pay him. So he took your money? Did you call the cops?
No.
Why? After he took the money from her, he said,
If you call the cops, I'm gonna send some guys over here and burn this place to the ground.
Yuko was terrified. She didn't want any trouble, so she decided to drop it. I told her again and again to call the cops, but she said no. After the incident, she pretended to be fine, but I knew she was terrified. Every time a customer walked in, she jumped. I felt so bad for her. You think he'll come to my store someday?
I don't know. I hope not.
I actually want him to come. He comes to my place, I send him straight to prison. I wanted to see this guy. I wanted to get back for what he did to Yuko. And I had a feeling that he was the one that put the plastic wrap there. I mean, he finished the whole dish. He would have noticed earlier if it was in there from the beginning. I told her that, but she said there was no way to be sure. Well then, guess I'll just have to get proof. I'm gonna get him. A few months later, it finally happened. Welcome. Right this way, sir. It was him. Yuko told me what he looks like. This was my guy. Then, after he finished his meal, he started yelling at me.
Hey, come here! There's garbage in my food!
Sir, I'm sorry about that. What'd you find?
Look here! It's plastic wrap!
Sorry, sir. Let me get you a new one. You can also have something else on the menu, free of charge.
Screw that! You could have killed me! That's not good enough!
It's the rules, sir.
I'm full! I don't want food! Pay up!
Sorry, I can't just give out money like that. It's store policy. The man stood up, grabbed me by the throat, and said,
You want me to hurt you? Don't make me do this!
Sir, I'm sorry, but I can't pay you.
You got some balls, you know that? I'm Yakuza!
I don't care. Oh, and the police should be here any minute. Don't run away now.
What?
He looked confused. You put that in there yourself.
What? No, it was you! You got proof? Huh?
Actually, I do. I was watching you the entire time. You took that thing out of your pocket.
It's your word against mine.
Actually, no. See? I got a camera. Smile. I installed some security cameras ahead of time. And another thing, we don't have any plastic wrap in this store.
What? How is that even possible?
We use plastic containers to store food. We don't use plastic wrap. It costs more money, so tell me, how did it end up on your plate, huh? Now pay for your food and get the hell out! Now! The guy tried to make a run for it, but then the cops arrived just in time. I told the cops everything. I showed them the security tapes. The cops ordered him to pay me for the food, but he didn't have any money. I was expecting that. So the cops arrested him and took him away. At the station, he admitted to everything. He was doing this all over town, just as I thought. He was charged with blackmail, damaging private property, and assault. He's probably in jail by now. Good riddance. Took me a few weeks to get my business back on track, but things returned to normal after that. Same with Yuko's place. There was always a line in front of her store. I'm just glad everything worked out for us. It's always good to have some healthy competition, so time to get back to work.
I'm Yuki Ono, and it's been 3 years since I started working here. It's a branch of a certain company, and our office has a really good vibe. All the employees are close, and we enjoy going out for coffees or having barbecues on the weekends. My superiors and boss are all nice, and they actually care about us, so I've always thought that I joined a good company. But there is this one annoying colleague, Hina Shioda. Hina is pretty and has a great figure. She also wears makeup really nicely, so she stands out in the best way. Apparently, she used to model when she was in school. Her clothes and accessories were all fashionable, so at first, I secretly admired her style. But after 3 months, I no longer felt that way. I mean, she hardly does any work.
Wow, Hanada-san! I love your purse. Where did you get it? You've got great taste. Wow, manager! I love your tie. Your daughter picked it out for you? Aw, that's nice.
This is how she is. She tries to flatter the important people in our office, like Hanada-san or her boss. She's always busy building up connections within the company and making us do all the hard work. If we go on like this, she'll just keep slacking. I decided to be strong and talk to her. Hina, this is pretty urgent. Can you take care of this, please?
Huh? Oh, I don't know how to do all this. I've never done this before.
But our team is responsible for this task. I have other documents to finish. If you keep saying you've never done it before, nothing will change. Even I could do it. Just follow this manual and you'll be able to get it done. Can I leave it to you?
Come on, Yuki. Don't sound so fierce. We're not jocks. This is my first time doing this. Can't you just teach me?
This is what I get for giving her a simple task? I was trying to persuade her, but...
Listen, Hanada-san. Yuki's practically bullying me.
Now, colleagues should learn how to get along with each other. Yuki, you need to be able to explain nicely. Just because you can do it doesn't mean you should expect the same from others.
Exactly. Be nice.
Fine. I will, but you actually have to do it yourself, okay? But it took so much time to explain, I couldn't get on with my own task. And even though I explained it to her thoroughly, she didn't even take notes. And of course, when the same task came around again, she goes, "Oh, I forgot how to do this. Can you teach me?" Give me a break. I explained everything to you before. This time, just look at the manual and try it yourself. You can do it if you follow this.
Oh? Is this how you're treating me? Really? You might want to watch your mouth. I might let it slip to Hanada-san. She's close to the manager, so if she gets mad, it might affect your job assessment.
Fine. Okay, I'll explain it again. But this time, take notes and try to remember how to do it.
Aye, aye, Captain.
By the time 6 months passed since we started working, Hina was doing whatever she wanted, knowing that Hanada-san's got her back. Around that time, I got awarded by our manager as an outstanding rookie, and she started to bother me even more.
Ouch! Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there because you're so tiny. See my height and figure? Your height and mediocre look is a real loss for you. Have you even dated anyone in your life?
She started to comment on my looks, and it was so low and stupid, I just ignored her. But apparently, that was not a good move.
Yuki, you may be good at your job, but not good enough as a woman, you know? Your makeup is out of date. Do you enjoy your life?
Hey, I'm having a small get-together tomorrow. Do you want to come? Maybe you can find yourself a boyfriend. Or your presence might just make me stand out even more. And that would be sad. I guess it's best if you didn't come after all. And she's been trying to undermine me in every way. She's been so focused on undermining me, she started to make even more mistakes in work. It was super annoying because we had to cover for her and even had to work late for that. Around that time, a member in our team suggested that we make a cooking club. Our company has a tennis club, football clubs, and all kinds of club activities, but we didn't have a cooking club yet. I've always enjoyed cooking, and I wanted to be able to cook different things, so I joined the club with my friend. I was hoping that I could blow off some steam. Surprisingly, Hina said, "Count me in," although she doesn't really look like the type that enjoys cooking, and her nails are all decorated. What is she up to? I had a bad feeling about this, but I just said that I would join, and I didn't want to take that back. So I decided to go. And when I went, the reason why Hina decided to join was so obvious.
We men have to be able to cook too. I decided to join because I wanted to expand my repertoire.
I like how you think. I joined for the exact same reason. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Mickey-san is the hottest guy in our team. Hina definitely has her eyes on him. As time went by, this cooking club became more fun, and I had more chances to speak with Mickey-san, but Hina didn't like that. Hey, Yuki! Why are you always talking to Mickey-san? What do you mean? I'm not always talking to him. You're doing it to make me feel bad! You know that I joined the cooking club for him! We were talking because he was standing next to me. Don't fuss over stuff like that. But she was still glaring at me. I stepped out to freshen up before anything annoying could happen. But right then, I heard something crash in the room. No! I hurried back to the room and looked where the sound came from. Oh my god! 10 dinner plates were on the floor, broken. I ran closer. These plates! They cost like 2 million yen! Sorry, I was going to carry them all together and drop them. What do you mean, 2 million? They're like 2,000 yen, right? You don't own any expensive plates. You're screwed. Huh? What are you talking about? I did carry those here, but it was Haneda-san who actually brought them here. What? Haneda-san? Haneda-san had brought those high-class chinaware especially for today's menu. She said that her family purchased them for about 1 million yen, but they're vintage and apparently it's worth a lot more now. I was really nervous when I carried these from her car because I thought it would cost me like 2 million yen if I dropped them. Hina, what are you going to do? I don't know. I thought these were the plates that you brought. I dropped them just to get back at you. If I had known that they were Haneda-san's plates, I wouldn't have... And then Hina realized that she had just admitted in front of everyone how she broke them on purpose. Her face turned pale and lost its color when she saw Haneda-san come into the room. We explained what happened to Haneda-san. She was in such a shock that she looked like she was going to pass out. What's going on? Who did this? But that shock quickly turned into anger and she looked furious. I've never seen her like that. I'm never looking out for you anymore. I don't care if you make any mistakes. Deal with them by yourself. I never want to look at your face again, ever! And you're definitely going to pay for all the dishes. If you don't pay and run, I'll get a lawyer and chase you to the ends of the earth. You better watch out! I'm really sorry. After that, the word spread through Haneda-san and the members of the cooking club, and soon Hina was isolated in the office. People started to say things like, she can't be trusted for anything, and they wouldn't even give her work tasks. It was getting too awkward for Hina. Fine, I quit! So she left the office after a month. She would normally get a severance pay, but it went to Haneda-san for compensation, and she didn't have a penny left. That still didn't make up for how much the plates were worth, so Haneda-san said she was going to get a lawyer so that Hina wouldn't run away. According to Haneda-san, Hina couldn't find a new job, and she's still repaying Haneda-san with money she earned from working at shady stores and part-time jobs. The next year, Haneda-san said that Hina finished paying for the plates, so I Googled her. I found her on social media with some shady-looking guy. 2 months later, she posted, "Someone, anyone, please help me. I need some money." She was looking all skinny and pale. I had no idea what happened to her, but I didn't want to get involved, so I unfollowed her. After Hina left, our office became really peaceful. We still continue with our cooking club. After Hina quit, I started going out with Miki-san, and things are going well. We're talking about getting married. It's a great company, so I intend to continue working here even after I get married. I hope I won't meet any more troubling people like Hina, and spend a peaceful time.
I'm Kohei Nishioka. I started building my own PC in middle school. By the time I was in college, I was building operating systems and setting up servers with my friends. Some kids at school called us names like nerds and geeks. There was this girl named Karen Fujido. She was from a really wealthy family or something, and she hated us. She was always a jerk to us.
Why are you guys doing this? How's that gonna help you in the future?
Leave us alone. We enjoy this.
You all work long hours to pay for whatever this is? Pathetic. It must suck to be poor. Want some money? I feel kind of bad.
What do you want? Just get out of here.
Jerk. So what if we worked multiple jobs to buy PC parts we wanted? We ignored her and got back to it. Then one day, one of my friends hooked us up with a job. His dad was looking for someone who could build a website. Piece of cake. So we created the website. He loved it. Then the word of mouth spread and we started getting more offers. Our price was pretty fair compared to the other web development services, so we got a lot of customers. The money started rolling in.
Maybe we should start our own company.
What? We didn't have any social skills, so it was probably better than finding normal jobs. So we decided to start our own business. Everyone around us laughed at us. They said we'd never make it. Karen said to us,
You guys know nothing about the real world. You're gonna fail miserably.
I know your dad is a CEO and everything, but so what? You're just his daughter. Stop bothering us.
Yeah, if you want to invest money in us, fine. But if not, get out of here.
Whatever. Running a business isn't easy. And your friend? I'd watch out for him.
What does that mean?
Don't say I didn't warn you. Have fun.
Then she left. What the hell is her problem? A week later, we launched our company. We worked like crazy. We did all kinds of things. Web development, renting out servers, software development, and more. It wasn't easy at first, though. But we worked hard day in and day out. 3 years later, things were finally looking up for us. I now had a nice condominium and a car. Man, I'm so glad we started our own business. Thanks, Yamada.
Right back at you, man.
But, like they say, all good things must come to an end. About 5 years after the company was launched...
Sorry, I got an offer for a job. I can't say, but the offer is just too good. I'm really sorry.
What? Doing what? Where? Yamada, one of the founding members, left the company. I was devastated. And not only that, he took all of our customers with him. That's probably why his new company offered him such a good deal. We worked so hard to build our customer base, and he just took it all away like it was nothing. Everyone was really upset. We started losing employees one after the other, and the economy wasn't looking good either. About a year later, we went out of business. Everyone got new jobs at other companies. Now I had nothing. Why? Crap! I sold everything. My car, my house. I was sitting in the park crying. What am I gonna do now? I'm up to my neck in debt now. My parents aren't wealthy, so I can't go to them. What now? Then...
Nishioka? Is that you? Are you crying?
It was Karen Fujido, that rich girl who used to make fun of us. Karen, you here to laugh at me? I don't have time for this.
Something bad happened at work. Let me guess. Your company went out of business.
What? How did you...
I know everything. If you need a job, you can always come work for me. You can be my errand boy.
Screw you!
Whatever. That's my number. Call me if you need me.
She's such a jerk. I crumpled up her card and jammed it into my pocket. I tried getting a job, but nobody was hiring. Soon, I couldn't even pay rent. I had no choice. I called Karen for help. A few minutes later, she pulled up to my house in a black car and told me to get in.
You'll be our driver from now on. Easy, right?
Okay, sure.
Cool. But if you're useless, I'm gonna fire you, so...
So now, I was a driver for Karen and her father. Work, parties, airports. I drove them everywhere. Karen was still a jerk to me, but her father was actually really nice. He even took me to parties sometimes. He told his friends what a good driver I was. And the pay was actually pretty good. You sure about this? Yeah, you're a really safe driver. And not only that, you're always so considerate. You know my favorite snacks, and you always keep everything organized. Oh, and the CEO of Manhwa Co. He was speaking highly of you too. Good work. Thank you, sir. A few months later, he offered me a job at his company. Needless to say, I said yes. I worked really hard. I even got an award in my first year. Things were starting to look up for me. Karen, thanks for everything. You really helped me out. I even paid off my debt now. Thank you so much.
Huh? I didn't do it for you. I just wanted an errand boy, that's all.
But still, I'm really grateful.
Well, good. You should be. And you're doing pretty well, so maybe I should promote you to my husband.
What? You mean, Karen?
What?
Will you marry me?
Fine. Fine. If you say so.
So we got married. The CEO was really happy for us. I thought my life was over when my company went out of business, but I guess it's not all bad. Turns out, she had a crush on me since college. She said I gave her directions on campus when she was a freshman or something. I don't remember it at all.
Oh, I knew you were the one for me.
I see. Why didn't you just say so then? Why were you such a jerk to me?
Shut up! I didn't know how to talk to you, okay?
Oh, you. You're so cute.
Stop saying that! I'm going to sleep!
Oh, and that guy, Yamada? The one who betrayed us? After I got married, the CEO put me in charge of this new project. The software department was launching a new product into the market. I worked really hard. A few years later, the project was a big success. And I managed to get all my old clients back from Yamada. A few years later, his company went out of business. How do I know this?
Nishioka! Look, let's forget about the past. Can you hire me? Come on, man!
He called me, asking me for a job. I started working as a driver here. Maybe you should do the same.
Really? Thank you!
I was actually kidding, but he really applied for the job. He was terrible at his job, though. The higher-ups were very unhappy with him. He quit a few weeks later. I heard he became an alcoholic after that. I think he lives with his parents now or something. Who cares?
I knew it. I knew he couldn't be trusted.
Yeah, you were right. What Yamada did was unforgivable, but I decided to let it go. I was happy with my life, so there was no point in staying mad at him. Time to move on with my life.
I'm Yuji Miyamoto, and I work for a small IT company in the countryside. This spring, I was promoted to director. I finally made it up to this position. I graduated from college 15 years ago. I started working here as soon as I graduated, and I've been working non-stop. When I joined the company, it wasn't as big as it is now, but our operations kept expanding and we never had enough people, so we would often work through the night. Many people couldn't keep up with it and quit, but now there are almost no managers who force the team to work 24/7, and I think we've become a decent company. Our company made a policy to hire actively, and this spring, we're welcoming a lot of new graduates. We hired about 10 new members, and the office has gotten some fresh air and new energy. Even though I'm in a managing position, I always want to be part of the team. I was taking care of a project with some new employees and was teaching them how to handle tasks. But things suddenly changed when a new employee joined us a month after we welcomed all the other new graduates. Hi, I'm Takeda. I'm starting today. Nice meeting you. He joined us 2 weeks later than the other employees. His first impression was the worst, and I soon found out that my hunch was not wrong. I don't do well with relationships, you know, especially with bosses and things like that. That's what my colleague, Hashida, got from warning him about how to speak politely with others. Ugh, this guy's really troublesome. Why would human resources send someone like that? You haven't heard? Apparently his uncle, or is it his father? I don't know. He's related to managing director Takada. He's well connected. The managing director? Oh, right. He did call himself Takada. If that was true, this is going to be hard for us. I've heard that Director Takada really cares about his family. Managing Director Takada was still a general manager when I joined this company, and he's the type that does whatever it takes for jobs. I used to get yelled at a lot, and not just me, but even people in managing positions needed some courage to give him an opinion. And our concern became a reality. As soon as Takada started to work with us, he started using Managing Director Takada's name and acted all arrogant. When I was teaching some new employees how to do a certain task, Takada suddenly looked into my computer screen and said, "Is that how you still do things around here? That's a really ancient method." We're choosing what's best for us, not what's newest, and it's always good to know your options. Just because the method is old doesn't mean it's bad. But the newest way is definitely faster. Technology's evolving every day. Come to think of it, you majored in informatics, right? Yep. I studied super hard, and I can do better than any other new employees. Okay then, can you take care of this? He seemed to be extremely confident about himself, so I gave him a pretty hard task. It's something that's not so hard for an experienced worker here, but it wouldn't be easy for new workers who only had knowledge and not much experience. I thought that he needed to know how sometimes there are things that can only be learned through experience. But he was above me. There you go! That was so easy it made me yawn. Already? Impossible! There's no way a new graduate would be able to do this so fast! But I found out soon enough.
Boss? Can I talk to you for a second?
Sure, Shinoda. What's up? Apparently, Takada was using his father's name to make people do his tasks, and he hardly ever did his own work. And he bragged how his method was the best and made people do things his way. So you did that task earlier on his behalf.
I'm sorry. He said that if I didn't do as he said, he'd make his father fire me. So I had no choice.
I understand. Thank you for telling me. So I told Takada to stay after work. What? I want to go home already. I heard that you were making other people do your job. Yeah, I think other people should get more experience. I'm a nice person. I heard that you made Shinoda do the task that I gave you. That sucker ratted me out? Hey, he's your senior. Don't talk about him like that. I couldn't believe what happened after that. He took out his phone and started texting right in front of me, and I was still talking. Hey, are you listening to me? Nope. I'm so pissed off I can't hear a word. Don't mess with me. You're the one messing with me. You're not even that good at what you do, and you're so bossy. What? I mean, you're a manager, but you still work the hardest in the team. That shows how you don't have any skills. I was about to punch him in the face, but I stopped myself. I can't be violent. You jerk. Oh, really? Is that how you want to talk to me? You know my father's the directing manager here, right? Yes. So what? You don't get it? You should treat me with respect. As soon as I heard this, I understood that I had nothing to say to this guy. He actually thinks he deserves the respect and he can get what he wants. I told him to go home, and he said, "Okie dokie," and left the office like nothing happened. Will there be anyone who can stop this guy? I was starting to get really worried. Takada was becoming more and more arrogant, and if someone didn't listen to him... Do you want to get fired? He would always say those words. He used the phrase to everyone, even if the person was a senior or a boss, and he was on his high horse all the time. I talked to Managing Director Takada just in case, but it didn't work.
Use him for your own good. That's your job.
It was no use. I have to do something about this. But there was not much I could do except for warning and talking to Takada himself. Time went by, and almost a year passed. Some members started to say they wanted to quit because they didn't want to work with Takada. I was able to persuade some, but there were a few people who actually quit. Maybe it's time to talk to someone at a higher level. When I was thinking like that, there was an incident in the company. This had a big impact on our company, but at the same time, we were sort of excited how the younger generation could be in the spotlight. The next day, I went to Takada. He was staring at his phone at his desk, and I placed a bundle of documents on his desk. Takada, take care of this.
Huh? Why do I have to?
Just do it. I'll be standing right here.
How can I do this? I've never learned how to do this.
All your colleagues can already do this. It's been a year, and you're the only one who can't do a thing here. As soon as he heard my words, he pushed away the documents on his desk.
I'm the son of the managing director. If you want to stay in this company, you better watch your mouth.
I thought you would say that.
What? Did you forget that I can easily get you fired?
Maybe you were able to do that, but not anymore.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm going to be promoted to vice president next month.
Huh?
His eyes just about popped out.
What do you mean?
Well, the other day, there was this incident in the company. Our regular staff doesn't know this yet, but our stakeholders decided to change all the board members, and they're trying to bring in some fresh air.
Change all the members? Why?
Well, I don't want to believe this, but some of the board members were bribing other companies to get things done in favor of our company. Your father is also included. The members who were involved were all fired.
So my dad is...
Even he got that his dad is just an unemployed person now. So, can you get on with your work, please? Don't tell me that you can't do it. You're the one who said you can do things better than anyone else. Takada picked up the documents he shoved away and started to look through them. Obviously, things were hard for Takada after that. I told him that he was fired unless he got himself to the same level as his colleagues within a month. He was never really good at what he did, so he was asking around for assistance or asking about certain processes to the people he used to look down on. But it seems like he couldn't get much help. That probably hurt his pride, but he couldn't change his arrogant attitude. So in the end, he yelled,
I'm gonna quit! I don't have to be here! I can work anywhere I want!
And slammed his notice on the desk. I accepted the letter of resignation right away. Here's what happened to the Takada family after that. The managing director was about to reach his retirement age, so he couldn't find anywhere to work for, and started a part-time job for traffic control. His stupid son couldn't find a job either, and now he's working part-time at a convenience store. I was promoted to vice president after Takada left the company, but I still work in teams like I used to. I didn't want to just sit behind my desk and order things, and I also wanted to change things from the inside. After a year, our company was not in a good state, but as a result of a united effort from our employees, we're gradually regaining our trust and performance. And spring has come. It's the season to welcome new employees again. I'm going to keep trying my best, so that all the Takada drama will become a joke that we tell every year. I'm Ryota Mikami, an employee at this company. I've got 4 colleagues who started working at the same time as me. We get along well, but our boss is a nasty guy, and he's trouble for all of us. His name is Hataoka. He's an uptight, old-school type boss, and he thinks he can make the younger employees do anything. From day one, he's been saying things like, come at 6:30 in the morning and clean up the office, or you guys have to stay until the very last. He's basically a slave driver. Our part of the work is done, so we'd really like to go home. We've been working really late these days and we're wiped. I need to sleep more than 3 hours. Please.
I'm too exhausted. I'm not feeling so well.
What the hell is your problem? Look around. People are still working. The newbies want to go home? Are you kidding me? What are we paying you for? We asked around, but everyone said there's nothing more we can do. Then go sweep the floor or something! Don't be such a wimp! And so, we always end up working late. Other seniors say, you can go home or go home and get some rest. But Hataoka sends us right back to our desk. We were thinking things might be better if we got used to work. But the company decided not to hire the next year, or the year after. So now, we're in our 3rd year, but he treats us as if we started working yesterday. He still tells us to get to the office early to clean the office, and makes us stay until all the other workers leave. One time, a person came from the headquarters and we complained about this situation. But apparently, that person was close to Hataoka, and when he heard how we tried to rat him out, his attitude became even worse. If everything backfires, we'd rather just give up and work. Luckily, this company pays us well for working overtime, so we do earn more than the average. Since we don't have the time to spend, my savings kept rolling up, which makes me happy and empty at the same time. One day, Sasai, who was a guy who started working at the same time as me, lost his grandma and he took a paid leave. Our company gives us 3 days of paid leave, but he only took 2 and came back to the office. He said he was really close to his grandma, so we told him not to push it.
But I didn't want you guys to get in trouble because of me. And Hataoka might say things like, you guys are slacking, you're all taking responsibility for this.
Yeah, he's already cross with us and says something close to that.
See? I knew it! I was able to say goodbye to Grandma, so it's all good. Let's start working!
So we started doing our usual morning routine work. After most of the workers showed up, Hataoka came in last. He had some trouble with some clients the day before, and he still seems to be in a bad mood. As soon as he saw us, he came straight to us. Hey, you! Sasai! Where the hell have you been?
What? Oh, it was my grandmother's funeral, so I took 2 days off.
2 days? Funerals finish in 1 day! You've got nerve! What? But the company policy says... Shut up! You guys have zero common sense! In our time, we couldn't get a day off even if our parents died! You guys are just slacking! Sasai, go apologize to everyone! Say you're sorry! Sasai had no choice. He went around apologizing to the people in the division. Everyone was nice about it and said, don't let it get to you, or there's nothing to apologize about. But Sasai started to get depressed after this. He started to say things like, if Hataoka was going to get pissed off anyway, I should have taken 3 days off and properly mourned my grandma. And he seemed to have regrets. Sasai couldn't get himself back together and started to call in sick. After using all his paid leaves, he submitted a notice for leave of absence and stopped working. Are you alright? We're worried about you.
I'm really sorry. I've been accumulating all this stress from when I started working, and it's catching up to me. I think I need to spend some time alone at home. Thanks, though.
I was really mad, but if I act out, Hataoka will treat people even worse. I gulped back and kept working. I was praying, Hataoka, please get transferred to a different division. After Sasai stopped coming, we kept working late every day. Even if it wasn't urgent, Hataoka will say, get it done before you go home. And he never forgets to check the next morning, so there was no way out of it. If we keep going on like this, we'll go mad. I know. I wish we had something a little fun to do in the office.
Hey, how about this?
We all listened to his idea. Hey, that sounds good. Let's do it. Yeah, we should. It sounds like fun. And we got ourselves a little bit of fun in our daily lives. Well, it's not like Hataoka will be nicer, or we get to go home early. But it's uplifting to think, if I finish this, I can do that. Hataoka looked at us suspiciously, seeing us work with a grin. He did continue to yell at us, but we were able to stand it more than before. But he managed to rain on our parade. One day, he accepted a job from a persistent client with an impossible deadline. How on earth is this possible? No matter how late we work, this can't be done. Please, tell them this is impossible. Cut it out! You'll do it if I say so! Why do you guys exist here? To work, right? You guys are here to obey me! Just do it already! It became dead silent for a second. Normally our eyes will start to get watery and we say, yes, sir. But this time, We eyed each other and snickered.
Go do your job! Or what? You want to get fired? I wouldn't mind. You guys can be replaced in a second.
All right, then replace.
Huh?
Not us, but you.
What on earth are you?
What we're saying is, if we can be replaced, so can you, right? Yeah, we want to exchange our boss, please. Yes, please. If you can't, we all quit. And we're dead serious.
Quit? And then what? You think there's a company that will hire you?
I smirked and showed him my phone. The other guys did the same. We all showed him the balance of our bank accounts. We've got the cash, so we really don't mind quitting. Well, this is what we get from working late, as you told us.
What is this? 10 mil? How can you save just from working late?
Oh, of course it's not just that. After we worked late, we were all buying lottery tickets.
When we finished working at 11:04, we marked 11 and 4.
And we hit the jackpot! It was crazy when we got the notice. That was super exciting. So, we quit.
What the hell?
We all slapped him with our resignation letters. The other workers were taken aback. But once someone started laughing, they all burst into laughter. They were saying things like, "You lose," or "You should have worked late with them. You would have won the lottery too." Some were being pretty sarcastic, and Hataoka was shaking with fury. After that, we talked to Human Resources to officially resign. They all seemed to know how hard we were working, so they panicked when they found out that all the hard-working employees were quitting at the same time. The head of Human Resources directly came to talk to us, so we gave him the truth, including what happened to Sasai. I sort of let it slip how I was thinking about going to the Labor Standards Inspection Office. That might have worked, and the next day, we all got calls from Human Resources.
We will promise you a better offer. We will transfer Hataoka to the Deep in the Woods division. You guys won't be troubled again, so please, don't quit.
It was kind of funny because obviously he was begging us not to go to the Labor Standards Inspection Office. But he seemed overly desperate. So I guess there was something shady going on in the company. I've heard before that when the Labor Standards Inspection Office comes in, the company could lose the government grant. So, Human Resources were really quick to act. We took back our resignation notices and decided to stay where we were. We told Sasai what happened, and he came back the next month. I heard that after Hataoka was transferred, his wife found out what he was doing to us and she filed for divorce. Hataoka had zero skills for chores, so I heard that he's wearing an old crumpled suit, and he's being bossed around by the staff there. Tough luck. Now that Hataoka's gone, we're doing great. We just hope that we will never get a terrible boss like that again. I'm Tomohiko Takano, and I'm an office worker. My father died of cancer soon after I got into high school, and my mother raised me all on her own since then. We had savings, so we were able to manage for a while, but by the time I was a senior, we were in need. My mother worked day and night to save money to send me to college, but she overdid it, and got sick from overwork. After that, she couldn't work like she used to.
I'm sorry. I don't want to be a burden. I'll work and make money as soon as I get better.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'll work too. I went to college using a scholarship, and I also worked really hard to cover the shortfall. My mom and my girlfriend, who I'd been dating since high school, supported me, so I was able to get through. Even after I finished college and started working, I lived with my mom to help her and give her most of my salary. I need to cover her medical fees and pay back my scholarship, so I need to economize in every way. It's my second year working here, and my colleagues wear tailor-made suits or designer brand bags, but I couldn't afford them. And there was one colleague who enjoyed picking on me. His name is Ota. He graduated from one of the top universities, and he comes from a wealthy family. He's been wearing tailor-made suits since day one, and everything he has was from a designer brand. I don't know anything about fashion, but even I could tell that everything he had was expensive. Hey, Takano! Where did you get that suit? I don't think I've seen that designer before. I bought it at a place near my house. Come on! We're the corporate sales team! We're the elite in this company. How can you get yourself in front of our clients wearing a suit like that? You're embarrassing us, you know. Well, my suits aren't from designer brands, but I send them out to dry cleaning, so they're crisp, and I always try to look clean. No one's ever filed a complaint about how I look. I'm not into designer brands, so just don't come nagging me with stupid stuff. It was probably not a good move to say something back. After this, Ota started to call me the poor guy from a mediocre school whenever he got the chance. Hey Takano, get this done already! This is your task! You know, the guys who come from mediocre schools like you have to work harder than us to go up the ladder, and I have to go for a drink with our boss. You're not invited, right? Which means you're not acknowledged. Are you pissed off? Go get some work done so that our boss can see that you exist. See ya! He also made me apologize for his mistake, saying that guys from mediocre schools don't even know how to apologize properly. So you need to learn from experience. I once talked to my boss about it, but he laughed me off saying, "You won't get ahead here if you can't even bear things like that." So I had no choice but to work hard. Fortunately, our company paid for all the overtime work we do, so I could sometimes buy presents for my mom, or take my girlfriend to good restaurants. So I didn't hate my job. Days passed, and by the time I was on my 3rd year, my boss gradually started to recognize my work.
Takano, you've been doing well recently. Can I put you in charge of this client?
Of course, I'd be glad to. Oh boy, it felt good to be assigned to a major deal in front of Ota. Hey, Takano! Don't get carried away just because he said a few nice things to say! You were the one who gave me extra tasks, so I was able to learn everything faster than most guys. I'm thankful for it. What the hell? Damn you, you poor nerd! You're just a moron! When I received an award in my unit as an outstanding employee, Ota seemed to get that he wouldn't be able to beat me at work. So he started to try different things. Hey, Takano! Aw, look at that lame suit. No girls will talk to you looking like that. That's none of your business. I'm working. Leave me alone. Come on, listen. I'm gonna have a small get-together with the girls from Manhwa Corporation. I'll take you with me. The girls there are top-notch. I've invited girls that guys like you will never meet. No thanks. I've got a girlfriend, and I'm not into parties. A girlfriend? What kind of sad and ugly girl is that? I was mad at how he was laughing his head off like crazy. But if I said anything back, things would just get worse. I decided to ignore him and get back to work. Since then, every time Ota came up to me, he said things like, "How's your sad and ugly girlfriend doing? Are you sure she's your girlfriend though? Maybe you just got the wrong idea. If you're paying her, she's probably not your girlfriend." And he was persistent. That's enough. You can say whatever you want about me, but don't make fun of my girlfriend. Ooh, you're so scary. Poor guys have zero patience. I mean, does she actually exist? You can't call her a girlfriend if she's not 3D, you know. She does exist. In fact, we're getting married soon. I just went to the boss and asked him to come to our wedding. Seriously? A poor guy's wedding? I'm interested. I'll come. I couldn't invite everyone else and not Ota. So reluctantly, I gave him the invitation. As the wedding day got closer, Ota came to me more frequently. Oh, I'm so excited about the poor's gathering. I hope it won't be more like a wake than a wedding. He was more annoying than ever, but I would never sink to his level, so I just ignored him. And on the wedding day, I changed into my morning suit and I went to the lobby to greet the guests. And there I found Ota, smirking at me. Oh, Takano! You cleaned up well. How does it feel to wear something expensive? You've never worn something like this, right? Thanks for attending. I hope you enjoy. Haha, I will. I'm going to enjoy observing the low-class citizen's wedding. But the second he stepped into the venue, he froze. What? Because there were celebrities you see on TV, famous professional sports players, and guests who looked extravagantly rich. As soon as the wedding party started, Ota came up to me and started yelling. What the hell is all this? Why are these celebrities and rich people here? What do you mean? They're all me and my girlfriend's classmates or colleagues. What? How can you know all these people? Tomohiko, congrats! You're glowing, Minako.
I can't believe Tomohiko's marrying such a beautiful person.
Thanks, guys. No way! The top model, Yuki Manwa? And could this be the idol, Asuka? Yeah. You guys really know each other? Who do we have here? My colleague. Very nice to meet you. I've been friends with Tomohiko since high school, and I'm also friends with Minako. High school? What school did you go to? Wide High. Wide High?! The school I went to was famous for actresses and models going there. Besides the acting and modeling course, we also had a course for sports and music. My wife, Minako, and I were enrolled in that course. Even if we were in different courses, we met a lot of students from the acting and modeling courses at the cafeteria and school events. So that's how we met a lot of actors and models before they became famous. Yuki was one of them. Those people are Minato's guests from abroad. Minako is a professional pianist, and she has concerts in other countries, so she knows people. I pointed towards the luxurious-looking guests. Ota seemed to be dumbstruck and went back to his table. He thinks knowing the rich and famous is part of a person's status, so in that way, I would be above him. So it probably crushed his pride. But after our honeymoon ended, and when I got back to work, he was already back on his feet. It seems like he was trying to find a way to prove that he was above me. Ha 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 ha! You surprised me at the wedding, but now that I think of it, you're nobody! Your mother's practically a grandma, and your wife's parents aren't even that rich! Even if your wife and friends are great, there's nothing to brag about if you're not special! In front of his smug face, I had no words. So let me get this straight. Are you saying that the more money you have, the greater the person you are? Exactly! The rich control the world. No matter how famous your wife or friends are, if you're poor... Okay. Here's the balance from my savings account. What? You're joking. 40 mil? My friend is a professional investor. He taught me how to invest, and I was able to roll up my savings in 2 years. You know, it's really nice to have true friends around. There's really no point hanging out with people like you who aren't that rich. So just don't talk to me anymore unless it's about work, okay? Ota fell to his knees. After that, Ota invested all his savings, saying, I can do it too. But he lost big, and now he's in debt. He used his parents' savings and they cut him off. He lost all his confidence and started to make more mistakes at work, and he was relegated. But he couldn't bear being removed from the elite unit, so he quit. I don't know what happened to him after that. I've heard my colleagues say they saw him working at a shady bar or he was sitting on the streets and asked them to lend him money. But the truth is unknown. As for me, Minako and I are a happy family now, and I still send money to my mom. I make enough money so my mom doesn't have to work anymore, and she's getting better. She grows vegetables in her garden and brings us what she grew all the time. I hope we can continue living happily like this.
I'm Yuriko Todo. I'm 26. I work for a company that dispatches system engineers to other companies. I was currently working at Company A. I was an on-site engineer. Work was a lot of fun. Things were going pretty well for me, but not everything.
Hey, Toto, where are the documents I asked for? They're due today. You know that, right?
Of course.
Bring them to me then. Hurry!
This is my boss, Bunya Igarashi. He was a full-time employee at Company A. He was causing me a headache. Here you go. Oh, and there was actually something I wanted to talk to you about.
I got no time for you. I'm busy, okay?
Okay. I'll just email you then.
Whatever. I gotta go. Get back to work.
He wasn't busy at all. He was always going outside for smoke breaks.
Hey there. Did he go smoke again?
I guess. I don't think he likes me very much.
Why is he like this to you? You're like the nicest person here.
The other members liked me, so that was good. Company A was trying to develop this new software, and I was working as a system engineer to help them out. Igarashi was the project leader, but only on paper. I basically ran everything, and I guess he didn't like that. The next morning, I was waiting for the elevator when Igarashi showed up.
Why are you trying to use the elevator? You're not even an employee here.
I'm not allowed to use the elevator? Nobody's ever told me that.
You're talking back to me now?
No, but...
Then go. Use the stairs. You better hurry up.
He was so immature. But I didn't want to deal with him, so I just turned around and headed for the stairs. And he just kept harassing me. What are you going to eat for lunch today? I'm not sure yet, but I love the cafeteria here. On my way to the cafeteria...
Whoa, hold up. You can't eat in the cafeteria.
Why not?
Why do you think? The cafeteria is for employees only. You get that? You're just an on-site engineer. You don't get to use the cafeteria.
Fine.
Get out of here. You piss me off.
What a jerk. Sure, I didn't get the employee discount, but everyone was allowed to use the cafeteria. But even if I explain that to him, it's no use. Forget it. I'm just gonna go to the convenience store. So he harassed me like this all the time. He was the only real problem I had. Other than him, I loved working there. But then, one day, something terrible happened. Oh, we're done. Finally.
Yeah.
So tired. I think we can still catch the last train. One day, we were working late. It was past 10 p.m. We rarely worked this late. We found this bug in one of our programs, and the deadline was tomorrow, so we had no choice.
You're done? Finally. Took you long enough.
Is he serious? Excuse me, but didn't I tell you to debug the program a week ago?
What? You never told me that.
I tried to tell you many times, but you just kept saying you were busy, so I sent you an email. Did you read that? Of course he didn't. That's why we were stuck here.
Email? I don't know anything about that. And you're the engineer. If you think something is wrong, fix it, or you're useless.
You're the project leader here. I can't just alter the code myself. That's why I was asking you to step in.
Stop talking back to me.
No. Look, sorry to say this, but this is on you. You were supposed to be the leader, and you failed miserably. You can hate me all you want, but you still have to do your job.
I yelled at him. I couldn't hold it in anymore. But this was a mistake. There was no way he was going to listen to me.
What did you say to me? Who do you think you are? I'm an employee here. You're just an on-site engineer. I can fire you if I want. You realize that? Apologize to me, right now!
Forget this. I loved this place, but I couldn't work with him anymore. No, I did nothing wrong.
Fine then! You're out of here!
I understand. Thanks for everything. Here's the manual I made for my replacement. I handed him the manual I made for my replacement, but then...
What? I don't need this crap. Anyone can do your job, idiot.
He threw it out in the trash. Idiot. He fell right for it. I knew he'd throw it out. That's exactly why I handed it to him. You see...
Igarashi, what are you doing? Did you just throw out her manual? Sir? No, it's not like that. She made a mistake and I was just telling her to fix it.
The manager walked into the room about 5 minutes ago, but Igarashi didn't see him. He was too busy yelling at me. I didn't make the manual voluntarily. It was actually a direct order from above, so the manager was really upset about this.
Is that true? Yes, you gotta believe me. You be quiet. I'm talking to her. What?
I told him everything. What just happened, all the things he'd done to me. Igarashi tried to interrupt me, but the other members had my back. By the end, he couldn't say anything back.
Igarashi, you're a fool. Without her, this project is dead. We're hiring her to help us. Don't you get that? I don't know why you think you're better than her, but whatever. Come see me at my office first thing in the morning.
Later, Igarashi was removed from the team. He was done for. Igarashi left quite a mess when he left, so it took us some time to clean it up. But a few weeks later, the project was finally finished, so my job here was done. I was getting ready to leave, but then...
Miss Toto, thank you for everything. You really helped us out with this project.
Thank you, sir.
We want to keep expanding our software business, and we need you for that. Will you stay with us as a permanent employee?
Oh, really? Thank you, sir. I'd love to. A few weeks later. Hello, I'm Yurika Toto. I'll be the new project leader. Hey, it's so good to see you again.
Yeah, I'm so glad you're back.
What the hell are you doing here?
So I was back again, but this time as the project leader. Now Igarashi was my subordinate. Igarashi, watch your mouth. This is a workplace. What's wrong with you?
What?
We are now colleagues. I'll let bygones be bygones, but only if you behave. You understand that? I didn't do anything to get back at him, but he quit a few weeks later. I guess he couldn't stand it anymore. Oh well. I actually wanted to bury the hatchet, but I guess that's not gonna happen. But after he left, things at work got much better for everyone, so I guess it all worked out. Time to get back to work.